most music to make you feel great with Tracey Lange.
KFM 94.5.
KFM 94.5.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to this wonderful occasion. My name is Ricky Schroeder, and of course, not just Tracey's Robin, because she's Batwoman and I'm Robin. I'm going to be the program facilitator of the day, not the MC, the program facilitator. Because, and hopefully my program facilitation is better than my knitting skills. Want dis 'n klomp, dis is soos Dien gesê het, dis 'n Wollaar story. It's still a challenge for me. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you. I know you guys are all avid and excited to be part of this online event, Genit met Tracey Lange. I just think it's appropriate that we introduce the lady herself, the pioneer. Some may call her Queen T, so forget about Queen B. She's Queen T, and it's all her wonderful initiative that she put together. And it is my honor and privilege, ladies and gents, to introduce our host for today, the living legend, the woman herself. Let's get the fire emojis, let's clap hands, let's tap our knitting needles together for our favorite Tracey Lange, everyone. Woo! What a time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. Can you believe it? Genit dit met Tracey Lange. This year, it's basically 3 years old. Started in 2020 as a way for me to keep my hands busy during lockdown and keep it out of the fridge. That was the only way we could make sure that I could still stay healthy. But for those of you who don't know, it actually started in 2020 during the lockdown. I wanted to ensure that we all still do something for someone else in need, because we knew there would be so many people out there who would be going hungry, who wouldn't know where their next meal would come from, who wouldn't even know how to keep warm. And this was just a very simple and easy way to do it. And what started out as something that would just, in my mind, that was just going to last during the lockdown period of 2020, here we are in 2022, and it has grown in leaps and bounds. We've handed over just last year almost 2,000 items to so many different organizations where they could help so many other people in need. And it's all thanks to you, those of you who have knitted along. And this year, I almost nearly forgot about it in a sense, but you wouldn't let me forget. You actually made sure that you could reach out to me on social media, on our WhatsApp line here at KFM 94.5. And you went, Tracey, I'm busy knitting. This is what I'm knitting. What are we doing this year? Who are we handing over to this year? And I went, well, then we have to keep going. Many of you have gotten your items to me, so thank you very much already. We are so appreciative of that. And we are excited for the next 67 minutes. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've got incredible guests joining us, and I'll share more on that a little bit later on. But let's be honest, I cannot do this alone. It's going to be quite a process, 67 minutes. I'll be in and out because I will still be live on KFM 94.5 as well to encourage people to come and watch and see how all of us are knitting along. But I've decided I need to bring someone out of the dark and into the light. And what I mean by that is because you normally hear him on air at night here at KFM 94.5. And this gentleman who will be joining me and making sure that everything runs smoothly as well is the one and only Brandon Leigh. Brandon Leigh, thank you for joining me today.
Hello. Can you hear me? Are you there?
I can hear you loud
All
and
right.
clear, sir.
Awesome stuff. Listen, I'm so excited about this and so nervous all at the same time. I mentioned in my show yesterday that when you asked me about this, I said yes. I mentioned that it's so difficult to say no to Tracey Lange, and I said yes, before I even realized what I was going to need to do, but I was in. And then you spoke to me and you said, oh, by the way, you're going to co-host. And I said, okay, yes. And all this come together. Then you said you're going to knit. I was like, but here we are. We're going to do this, and it's absolutely amazing to be here. I feel very, very, very honored to be a part of this. So thank you so much.
Brandon, I like that. Thank you so much. I'm very excited, and thank you for heeding the call. I know you've been hoping to practice as well. I don't know. We'll get into all of that a little bit later on. Just for those of you who are joining in from wherever else, we want to see you knit. So please switch on your cameras, because we might want to cross to you a little bit later on. If you have a lekker story about knitting or how you learned to knit, anything like that, I would like to hear from you. Ricky Schroeder will be engaging with you as well on the side to see who we can chat to and go, okay, this is the person that we need to grab on air and make sure that we see them now and see what they are knitting. Brandon, how's your knitting looking over there?
Listen, okay. Let's just do this in little bits. Got my wool, got my needles. I had another lesson yesterday. In fact, Tracy, I've had to take two lessons, like quick little crash courses with regard to this. So I'm gonna get into the swing of things really, really soon, and we'll see how it goes along. We'll see how it goes or how it comes along.
Well, you know what? Today, and these 67 minutes is actually just about you doing whatever it is that you can. And, you know, it's about having fun, because here's the great thing about knitting, and a lot of the guests that I chatted to while I was knitting is that they all said to me, wow, this is incredibly therapeutic. I didn't realize this is how it could be. And then they start chatting, and then they forget that they're chatting to me and they're busy knitting. And that's what I've realized has been the fun bit about this. But it's important that when you chat to me later on, that you don't forget that you are chatting to me. So what I'm going to ask in the meantime is that you please, as far as possible, put your real names on the screen so that when we cross you, we know who we are actually chatting to. Pop your cameras on, as I asked a little bit earlier on. And then also don't forget that we are going to have a YouTube video. We will upload the entire 67 minutes onto YouTube so that you can go and check it out. Now, Brandon, I know when I mentioned to you my first very important guest, you said to me, Tracy, I know her and I am very excited to chat to her. She is our oldest woman in Cape Town, and you also know her pretty well.
Man, she is absolutely amazing. I'm one of her biggest fans. In fact, I must let you know, she's so full of life. The last time I was actually dancing with her was on the 13th of Feb, just before Valentine's Day. And that's the kind of gal she is. She's there, she's full of life. And at 100 years old?
100 years old, and she's turning 101 in September. So I think we need to introduce her now.
Yes.
Let's welcome the one woman who has been preparing all weekend, I've been told by her daughter. She said she wants to make sure her hair's done and her nails are done and that she is ready and dressed up and good to go. Ma Agnes, officially our oldest knitter for Genitted met Tracey Lange. Ma Agnes, welcome to Genitted met Tracey Lange.
Thank you.
Tell me, Ma, how are you doing there? How's the knitting going?
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm busy with this hand that is all frozen, but I'm knitting. I'm knitting. I can knit. That's for sure. I can knit.
Ma Agnes, as always, it's Brandon here. As always, you're looking so beautiful.
Thank you.
See, Ma Agnes, listen, Ma Agnes focuses, yo. Ma Agnes can focus. So, Ma Agnes, is that your daughter, Mersha, who's giving you instructions there?
Yeah, she's here. She's
ordering you around, eh? She's ordering you around.
Here we are.
I'm the manager race on the side here.
Okay, no, understood. Mersha, I like that a lot. But now, Ma Agnes, tell me, you obviously went to school in a time when people were knitting a lot at school. So did you learn to knit at school?
Yes. We had knitting classes at school, special knitting classes. So
and what was that's how you learned. And tell me, Ma Agnes, how was your knitting?
Good and not good sometimes, especially when you miss a slip a stitch. That's not good. But I could knit socks, I could knit little beanies. And not long ago, at Mercer and I was knitting beanies for Red Cross Hospital. Not long ago, in the last year, we knitted beanies. So I think these hands can still work, can do a lot of things.
Ma Agnes, if that hands can still be on the dance floor and jazz with the DJ of the day, then I'm sure it can be knitting.
Just call me, I'll be there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so Agnes, are you saying we must arrange a lekker outing for you where you can come and dance and do all that kind of necessary things and look fabulous? We will arrange that. But I want to know, at the time when you were knitting, when you were younger, you know, there was that trend many years ago when I was a child, when everyone had those knitted doilies in their bathroom over the toilet roll. Did you have one of those?
Yes.
Is it? Yes. Could you knit one yourself?
Yeah, but I didn't like anything over my toilet. I didn't like all these fancy things on the toilets. The toilet don't need that.
so many, you've been living through so many different things. But I want to chat quickly about your 21st. Do you remember your 21st? What did you get up to on your 21st?
My 21st, I couldn't have a 21st because I got married in 1942.
Okay.
And I was born in 1921 and I married in 1924.
Okay.
Yeah, and what? And my 21st was not having a 21st birthday, but rather having a baby on the 21st. That was great. That was so special. That's why 21st didn't matter.
Oh, okay, very interesting. Okay, Ma Agnes, we are going to allow you to keep knitting. We're going to check in with you a little bit later on again. Is that fine?
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. Yeah, you keep knitting. Okay, Ricky Schroeder, let's see who we've got that we can chat to from the audience who's joined us as well.
Tracey, Ma Agnes has so much energy. I still got another 70 years to get my knitting right, Ma Agnes. But I think all of us can agree, and we can somehow clap our needles together. Is it called knitting needles? For Ma Agnes, for all her energy and still being with us, man. Absolutely phenomenal. So Trace, it's not only all these VIP people that clicked on a link that we want to welcome to this special occasion. We've also got people live streaming. So the live stream people, welcome to you as well. I know on Facebook, we're live streaming. Put flame emojis. I love flame emojis. Kevin Hart says, get the fire up in this place. Now let's get the fire and needles up in this place. So, to everyone joining us on the live stream, welcome, guys. It's lovely to have each and every one of you. Now, Trace, this is a very engaging. Brandon, we love engaging with our audience. That's what we do at KFM 94.5. Now, I wrote down, we've got a poll that, because I want to know from the people, from all of you. Lester, I see you. Very attentive. You're not knitting. Lester's more focused on me at the moment. But we've got a poll, and I had to write this down because hopefully my pronunciation of these things of the poll is accurate, because it will maybe be a reflection of how bad I am at knitting. So I want to know, which of the two main types of knits are you using today? And you can vote in the poll. Is it a weft or a filling knit, including a plain rib, not a ribeye steak, pearl, pattern, and double knits, or warp knit, including tricot, Rochelle, or Milanese? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing these things correct, Tracey. You must help me.
Are those
But
real knitting terms?
Excuse me, Brandon?
Apparently so.
Knitting terms.
With and what? Okay.
Exactly. Kijk wie het is wat aangaan nie. But then, and I think option number 3 is for me, freestyling. We just freestyling. We freestyling. So please get involved in our polls. I mean, it's lovely. We want to see you. I see the people are voting. 65% are going with the weft and the filling knit. So looks like that's the go-to. The only reason I would go with that is the rib, because I'm just thinking of food. So yeah, but please, ladies and gentlemen, get involved in our poll live stream. You guys are also very welcome. But Trace, you mentioned we've got some fantastic VIP guests as well joining. And one of them was very attentive to the screen, but I'm going to let you introduce him.
Okay, I will do that. And just so you know, in case I run out in the next minute or two while he is chatting to Brandon will continue the conversation. It's just because I'm going to be running and joining Mitch Matiana on air right here on KFM 94.5 so that we can actually just, make sure that people still know where to tune into and so that they know what's happening. So our next guest is someone who is really well known on our sister station, Cape Talk. And he is an incredible force. I know someone at one stage, actually just not someone, his daughter once saw my husband in a magazine and said, "Oh, is that my daddy?" Because they both have dreads. Let's welcome the one and only Lester Tester, Lester Kivet. Welcome.
All right.
Shame my poor daughter. My poor myself. But firstly, you know how small Cape Town is? I first want to say hello to Ma Agnes, but behind Ma Agnes is Mersha. That was my Stabi teacher. at
Stop.
Kannemeyer Primary. Look at me now.
Oh, wow.
Hello, Lester.
Hello,
Hey,
Mash.
you never got hiding from me, don't worry.
Never.
Never.
But nice to see you, Magnus. Also, a
Lovely.
pleasure to have you here today and go from strength to strength. My mother, I think, was at your 100th birthday party, and she said it was a joy.
Yeah, yes. She can do the drive-by.
A
Yes.
drive-by.
Yes, indeed.
Brandon, how are you?
Listen, Lester, I'm okay. I think I've managed to whiff. I don't know. You know, when you put the I think I'm whiffing. But I have heard that. I mean, and just by looking at it, I mean, you got something going on there. Eh? I mean, you're really into this.
Look, a couple of weeks ago, we have this thing on my show on a Friday where I try things. It's called Lester Tester. So we had someone in talking about the wool industry and organic wool and all those things. And so she said, how about you try it? I can't get beyond this bit, but I try and try again, and I try different wools and I try other things, but I've actually found it has become such a therapeutic part of my day, or when I need just time to watch TV. And then it's great with building muscle memory. It's great with my fine motor skills in my hands. So I just continue doing these little patterns. And if I collect enough, maybe I can do like a little patchwork quilt. You can just all
for
put
sure.
it together.
Just put them all together. I think. I may or may not be able to contribute something to that, to your patchwork. I know everything you've mentioned there is true. You know, it does leave you in a space where it can be quite peaceful. I'm stressing a bit. I'm stressing a lot about this. It's going live to thousands and thousands of people. I'm very happy that you're getting there. The truth of it also is that I think a lot of us also grew up in households, you know, where knitting was taking place. I mentioned in my show the other day as well, that I mean, I grew up with aunts and uncles. Everybody was always knitting, you know. And then I was a bit braggish about it, Lester. I also mentioned in my show. So I was throwing words around like cast on and cast off and pearl and plain. But then Ricky started mentioning big words there. I was like, what is coming? What's a warp knit? What is this? What's the one that you mentioned? Including tricot and just the words were this big, and it's like, okay, I will there. We're here for a worthy cause. We're doing what we got to do.
Casting on is what I am doing. If someone who can correct me or knows what I'm doing, so I'm casting on. I'm starting this pattern here, and I get to a point, or maybe I just need larger knitting needles, but I get to the point where I just have a collection of these sort of little rectangles at home, and eventually it will grow into something a little bit more substantial, I hope.
Something a bit more artistic. And I mean, the more you do it, the better it gets. I mentioned to Tracey also, I took 1 and 2 crash courses over the weekend, just to get back in the swing of things. And I was told just to bring along extra knitting needles and things like that. So going with the flow kind of thing. We'll see how it all goes.
Look, I still have these very silly and uneducated thumbs of mine. So the pattern of getting the memory of simply just doing these rows is something that I'll eventually get the hang of. There's only been a couple of weeks that I've actually been finding a day or two to just to spend some time at home, but hopefully as this event will also inspire me, because I did my show when I did Lester Tester and Lester Tries Knitting. It was round about the time where Tracey and the team were planning for this event, and she said, great, will you join me in the future for Mandela Day? I said, of course, I'll bring what I have and I'll show you what I've learned. So I've been enjoying the experience, and hopefully the good people will accept my little works and add it wherever they need it.
I'm loving it. I mean, I also said yes. I only found it afterwards that I'm going to knit. So the stress is real with me. You're doing very well.
No.
I am.
Look, you know, broadcasting stress and a guest doesn't come through or something, and then there's that panic. But there is a physical stress when for a moment I lose my way and my hands start to shake, and I try to find my way again. That is panic. That is stress.
I know the feeling. That's all I've been doing since I got here. I'm holding mine down a bit, Chip, because I was told I was told that if I struggle with the thicker nerding needles, then I can go to slightly smaller ones. And I do have someone here also helping me just in case it gets a bit too much for me.
You're one of those people that is like those cooking shows. And here's one that I prepared earlier. And then you pull out a full jersey and say, this is what I have. I did all myself. Thank you very much.
I'm not going to deny that there is someone here just in case something goes wrong. With smaller needles. Look, I've been learning as we go along as well. You know, the thicker the needle, the bigger the stitch or something like that. And then also, and I'm going to try that now because I was told I must first get my first few rows on, that you can knit with two different yarns of wool at the same time.
That's high grade.
Dude, it's
I don't know if you can see, I have these little children's needles.
okay.
Yeah, my little sausage fingers, or my large sausage fingers rather, are using these children's needles. So at least it's giving me a little bit of dexterity. It's holding off the jugh.
Yes, I think I'm gonna get after this because I'm still so nervous here. Turning and on, but yeah, we'll get there. We definitely will. But it's great to have you here as well, Stan. It's always good to know that that we can get involved in this kind of thing, and it's I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll tell you now, I don't know if 67 minutes is going to be enough for me, but I'm going to give it a shot. And if I can contribute to your patchwork, then I'm there like a bear.
There we do it. Tracey, I don't know what you think. Well, what you think? This is what I have so far. It gets a little bit frayed a little bit, but oh well.
I just need to ask quickly, like those extra stitches on the side. What is that? Are you knitting like a jersey for a little doll? Maybe.
It's surprising that you said you were during lockdown and you discovered knitting and you made clothes. During lockdown, I discovered knitting and I made children. So.
Oh wow! Wow! Sure. Ma Agnes, can you believe he said that? Even Ma Agnes was laughing now. Lekker. Lester, thank you. But keep knitting, asseblief. Not to make children, real knitting. Here we go. Thank you very much. Listen. Our next guest is standing by. Ooh, trust me, and I can imagine. I actually wonder if he has a voice today because this weekend in rugby was huge. It is the one, the only, Jongh de Jong.
All right.
Thanks for having me. Hi, everyone on Zoom.
Loukmaan, thank you so much for joining us today. We are so excited. Jene meneer, jy het glad jou T-shirt aan en hoe gaan die breiwerk daar?
Stelselmatig, baie stadig. T-shirt is aan, so slow and steady wins the race my so.
Ek like daai. Het jy voor dit al gebrei? Ooit?
Baie min voor dit gebrei. Ek het hom ten minste die blueprint van dit. My ma is 'n kranige breiertjie, so sy brei baie goedjies vir my kleindogtertjie. So ja, ek steel maar met die oog, maar ek hoop ek het hom genoeg gesteel hierso, so ek het hom hier hang op dit hierso.
Tracey, ek wonder, I really wonder, whatever Juan is busy knitting, that it's going to be bigger than that T-shirt he's wearing, because that biceps of him, I mean, absolutely, I hope it's bigger, Juan. I really hope that it's something bigger that you're knitting.
Tracey, this is a balaclava for Ricky, because he steals all my money golf course.
I get that. But listen here, Juan, let's speak about this weekend that's been. I'm sure you are over the moon after Saturday.
Over the moon, yeah. It's been a tough couple of weeks for the Springboks, I must say. It wasn't an easy ride, but the guys, I mean, pulled through. Obviously, after a massive win last weekend, it's just good for the country as well in a whole. Obviously, there's a lot of negative after the second test, but I mean, the guys, they showed a lot of character. So hopefully, building up to the 6 nations or the 4 nations this year, hopefully they can also bring that one home and building up to the World Cup here.
I'm very pleased to hear that. Listen, I'm just very impressed, Brandon. I'm sure you'll agree with me that Juan is really, he's talking and knitting at the same time. Like, beautifully multitasking proof that men can also multitask, ne?
Jack of all trades, jack of all trades.
Okay, ek like that. Now, Tabukeli, I know you are one of those people that you like to do good and you still have a great way of also just making time for other people, for your community. If you weren't doing this knitting today, what would you have been doing?
Yes, so obviously I'm part of the Tygerberg Hospital Trust. So it was also like important for me just to give back because I've been in the UK for a couple of years now and I haven't got a lot of time to do that. But I mean, 67 minutes a year is not enough. So it's just good to give back. Obviously, I come from a small town as well called Wellington. Just to see the passion for not only for rugby, for sport, but the passion in the people out there. It's just important to give back and making sure that we can all just pull someone up, light a candle in the dark wall today.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm quite a fan of you have to lift while you rise. I think it's important to always do that. Just uplift as far as you possibly can. Jy's ook iemand wat lekker met jouself spot gereeld.
Ek weet nie van spot nie. Ek gee die spot so iets ja.
Juan, Jongh, ons sal later weer met jou incheck om te sien hoe dit gaan en hoe ver jou breiwerk is. So bly net waar jy is. En daai T-shirt lyk vir my heeltemal reg. Ek weet nie waarvoor Rietjie aangaan nie. Sy T-shirts is baie keer baie stywer, laat ons dit maar net noem, né?
Reg.
Lekker. Okay, let's go to Rietjie Schroeder. Rietjie Schroeder, tell me, do you have the results of the first poll? Oh, Rietjie, you have been muted. Hold on, Rietjie's been muted. Let's unmute them so that we can find.
Grace.
Cool.
I'm so excited. I mean, I'm looking at stats here. I'm checking on Facebook, all the results. But in the lead at the moment is this weft and filling knit. It looks like it's the go-to one. 54% of people. No one involved in the warp knit. There's 0%. And a lot, 46% people are just freestyling at the moment. I mean, so they're just rocking up to this party. But in the lead at the moment in poll 1, and we'll have some more polls a little bit later. But 54% weft and filling. That's the go-to one apparently, Trace.
Okay, I like that. I see Brandon Leigh is also muted. He must just unmute so he can chat again. It can't be worry, but that's fine. Don't worry. You know, since 2020, you still have to tell people to unmute, but don't worry. We'll figure this out slowly but surely. Maybe sometime Brandon's going to be joining us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Woo. Man, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I was watching Juan the Shuma. He's a groot jongen. Anyway, but he was just doing it with so much confidence and he's just got that flair going on. And I was thinking to myself, shoo, I mean, worst case scenario, I'm going to end up maybe knitting a scrum cap or something like that because I need to keep up with him. But I also pulled a stitch, and I'm so worried about showing you what I'm doing here. But because they said if you make a mistake, you can pull, right?
Yeah. You can, you can pull it out. That's what. Yeah.
What happens when you pull too much? Like if you like really and I'm really. I don't even know why you're laughing, Lester. I'm sitting here. I'm breaking out in a bit of a sweat. She told me yesterday when you plain. And you go over with your finger like that, because I feels like I'm in a DJ box, like I'm mixing. So I go over and I think I went over too much. And then she said, then just pull it out. And I think I've pulled too much. Can I get some water, please, or something? Because I'm really...
The nerves are real. Lester, how's it going there with you? Let's see, Lester's also muted there.
I've decided to take out the thicker ones. I'm starting all over again. With my first row here again, because I do these little blocks, and then I either it's my attention span, or I just need something else, so I start all over again. I also pull too much, Brandon. So don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay. Helemaal reg. Okay.
Tracy,
Yeah.
Tracy, but I'm also watching the live stream here on the side as well. Sophia Andrews, she says she's doing the rib stitch. She's phenomenal in the rib stitch. So I'm loving, and people, you can still get involved. Let us know in the comment section how your knitting is going. But one thing that caught my eye was Sophia Andrews with her rib stitch. She's very much in love with the rib stitch.
Okay.
I'm also in love with ribeye. So, yeah. But Tracey, we've got more guests standing by.
We
There's
have more
exciting-
guests. Yeah, we have fantastic guests. Before we get to our next guest, though, is there anyone from the public who we can chat to? We must check in on to see what they are busy doing. Want ek sien daar's 'n Doreen Carolison. That's knitting very seriously there. Sy lyk fabulous ook. Doreen, can we unmute Doreen and chat to Doreen to find out where Doreen is from? Hello, Doreen. Let's see if what am I hearing? There's a very different person that I'm hearing. I'm hearing vocals from someone else. Let's see if they've unmuted Doreen so that we can chat to her. Doreen, can you unmute your... Let's see. Doreen, do you know where? Must we help you? Must we help you? Don't worry, we get these. We'll let Doreen figure that out so that we can get to Doreen and have her unmute the chat in just a bit. Is that okay? So you can chat to us. Fabulous. Okay, Ricky will get that sorted out in the meantime. Let's chat to one of my colleagues. I can call him, he's one of my colleagues. He's an incredible man. Hy's ook iemand wat gereeldheid het betrokke raak by alles. You can see him. He's an actor. He's a movie producer. You've seen him in Klein Karoo, Mooi Rivier, Griekwastad, Projek Dina. He's a father, he's a husband. Trust me, he shares the most interesting tales about his kids online quite often. Let's chat to him. His name is Tim Tron. Welkom meneer, hoe lyk Stellenbosch vandag?
Dit is aan KFM ja.
Hallo Tracey, dis lekker bewolk en kleurig hierso. Maar gelukkig voel ek nie die koue nie, want die hempie wat julle vir my gestuur het is so klein. Dit sny die bloedtoevoer af. So ek
Luister, al wat ek wil sê,
my arms lyk nou amper so groot soos Juan se.
Oh, Jane, moenie speel nie, jong. Kyk, ek is baie beïndruk dat jy ook net daar sit en brei. Tim, jy lyk daai hempie lyk goed. Jy! Kyk hoe mooi lyk jou breiwerk, meneer.
Ja.
Sê vir my, wie het jou gehelp?
Tannie Mariana, my pa se vrou, kuier op die oomblik hierso. Sy's 'n kragtige breier. So sy het my net aan die gang gekry, maar hierdie is hoofsaaklik ek, maar sy het geld.
Okay, lig weer op, Tim. Laat ek sien, want ek twyfel nou daai storie, want daar's geen gate in die niks.
Nee, kyk hierso, kyk hoe mooi is dit gedoen. Kyk hoe mooi is dit. Ek het nou hier gesit en doen. Ek was op kamera gewees. Alles.
Oh, wow.
Ja.
Okay, ek is nogals beïndruk. Het jy breiwerk gedoen? Ja?
Ja, in Sabee, onthou ek, het hulle in Sabee wat nou graad 2 is, het hulle ons geleer brei. My pa was nie happy daaroor gewees nie. Hy kon nie verstaan hoekom die seuns ook leer brei nie, maar hulle het so ek het so 'n paar jaar terug bedoel dis wanneer was ek in graad 2, wat is dit? 15, 20 jaar terug wat ek in graad 2 was. So ja.
En watter skool was jy? Want dis my interessant dat die seuns ook leer brei het.
Dit was in Sint Helena Volksskool in Welkom gewees.
Oh, dis nou interessant. En
Ja,
sal jy
ja.
sê jy sal dit 'n permanente ding weet doen? Dat jy elke jaar ten minste sal saambrei ten minste net een item, Tim? Net een? Dis al wat ons vra.
As ek net die muscle memory kry. As ek kyk so, as net die mense kyk soms hulle besig om ander goedes te doen, die vingertjies beweeg net so. En dan kom jy dink, so as ek dit kan regkry dat ek ander goed kan doen, want op hierdie stadium sit ek so as ek brei. So. Die netjie moet so om en dit so dit gebeur nie baie vinnig nie. So as ek net daai spoed kan kry, dan ja, dan sal dit lekker wees om weer te doen.
Okay, nee, dis fyn. Ons gaan vir jou met Juan sit sodat julle twee dat jy kan leer, want hy het ook net gesit daar in gebrei. Hy's beter as ek amper. Dis fantasties. So Tim, brei al en ons gaan later by jou ook incheck. Kom ons kyk gou, ek sien Doreen Carolison is nou beskikbaar. Hello Doreen.
Hello, Tracey.
Tell me, where are you from, Doreen?
I'm from Peru.
And how's Peru looking today?
Peru's looking like very clouded today.
Okay, but you are keeping warm because you're also looking very stylish there.
Yes, I love to keep myself warm, Tracey, because as you grow older, you need to keep yourself very warm because you're cold all the time.
Okay, no, I get that. I completely understand that. And do you knit often?
I often knit because I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, no, man, I need to go for this challenge. And it was especially in my hands. So I have no problem now. I'm knitting and knitting all the time.
You know, that's something a lot of people don't know, Doreen, that actually knitting is really good for you, especially when you have rheumatoid arthritis. It's a great way to keep the fingers nimble. It's actually really good. Yes, absolutely. So, Doreen, thank you so much for chatting to me. Ricky,
Yes.
ek dink nou moet ek net incheck gou by die wonderlike Brandon Leigh. Nee? Of het jy nog
nog 'n poll vir die mense. I've got another poll for the people, but chat to Brandon Leigh. He is very busy there.
Okay. Brandon Leigh is still very busy. Brandon, how are you looking now, seeing that you've pulled out everything, your entire knitting?
So look, I'm trying something a little bit different. I was told if plan A fails, do plan B. I'm here, but I'm putting these together. So I've got the white and the reds. That's fine. I just wanted to check in with you about something as well. You were correct about what they're saying, the benefits of knitting. It lowers blood pressure, it lowers the heart rate. None of that is happening with me now, and I just want you to know, because I'm going to get there. But all those benefits is just working differently with me now. But I'm fine.
Okay, you know what? We are going to get there in just a little bit. Actually, I think what we should do, Ricky, let's go to the poll, if we can. Let's go to the next poll. And then after the poll, I think we need to get to a song. It would be nice to have a bit of a song if we can have Amy Jones joining us. So you can first do your poll.
Yes, Tracey, of course, you've now pioneered, knitted, and all of us are knitting away. But for Mandela Day, I want to ask the people, how do you spend your Mandela Day? I do my 67 minutes of service every year. I do way more, option 2, I do way more than 67 minutes for the year. This is my first year trying to do my bit. So there are 3 options. Get involved in the live stream. Please vote. And I can see everyone. Wish we've got good people around here. The people say they do more than is requested. But we're going to share the poll a little bit later. But I think, Trace, it's time for a song, and just to get the gees going. Ek wil begin dans, my jippe jok mosie.
Okay, ja, nou, jou jippe jok nie. Ek hou van daai. Ek hou sommer baie daarvan. So let's have the wonderful, incredible woman from Paarl. She's young, she's vibrant, she's beautiful, and incredibly talented. Amy Jones, Madame, welcome.
Hello, thank you very much, Tracey.
And listen, I'm so chuffed that you also started knitting. You were putting in whatever you can last night as well to get ready for today.
Yes, I believe so. And I'm like, I don't know what exactly this will be, but I think it will be a scarf or something.
A scarf is much easier. Trust me, Amy, it works so much, but it's the easiest thing. I mean, look here. This is the only way I can do it, because it's the easiest one. I've got 2 different colors. It's just much easier. It has gone a little bit wider. So it starts with like a few here, and then it just, I always manage to add stitches. I don't know how, but it does happen. So you know what, Amy, I know you are going to take your time with that, but you are also going to sing a song for us. Do a bit of a musical interlude. Okay,
yes,
so you go first. Cool. You can tell us what you're going to sing.
Okay, so this one is a song that's going to be released later in the year. And I thought it's just so applicable for today. And you've heard this one, but I don't think the public has heard it. So this is the first time I'm doing it as well. Okay, this one is called Your Love. All right. Even in the stillness, I hear your voice. Even in the tough times, I feel your pain. I know it can be easy when everything fails, but I want you to see me, 'cause I'm still the same. know you doubt with fear and disbelief. But I need you now, so please come to me. I need your love, and I need your heart to be close to me, close to me. 'Cause I won't ever leave, ever leave, ever leave you. Stop running in circles and open your eyes. 'Cause life goes up and down, round and round as time goes by. I keep searching for you in between all of my thoughts, yeah. I'll be waiting for you. And through those lies, I'll be your truth. I need your love, and I need your heart to be close to me, close to me. 'Cause I won't ever leave, ever leave, ever leave you. I need your love, and I need your heart. Oh, I need you. Don't say goodbye like it's the last time. 'Cause I'm here for you, even after I die. There's no goodbye.
Oh my gosh, Amy, thank you so much. That was incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I mean, the message is coming through. 1 year from Nikiwe, Scale is saying, oh, beautiful. Wow, so many others as well. Thank you so much. But listen, you might have sung, but that doesn't mean you're off the hook with the knitting, eh? So continue knitting. Is that okay?
Perfectly fine. I'll just put my guitar down. I'll carry on.
Thank you so much. Now, you know, we've highlighted 3 different organizations that we are going to assist this year with the items that are being knitted. 2 of them were able to join us today, and we're just going to do a quick check-in with them. We've got Sue van der Linde from Iris House and Janine Fabe from Hannah's Place of Safety. Sue, I know you are not alone, so just a quick hi from you as well. And just a lekker wave, and you must unmute for us, please, so that we can make sure we hear you too, Sue van der Linde from Iris House. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
How's the knitting going there?
We are going well. We've got one of our lovely carers doing some knitting this side. We've got our children with our fidget spinners. Yeah. These were actually crocheted for us by a lovely lady called June. And they're a crocheted fidget spinner. So you can just keep turning it and turning it. And the kids like them. Do you like them? Yes, they like them, and they keep their little hands fuzzy. So we're having a great time. Thank you.
I'm happy to hear that. Let's check in on Janine Fabe from Hannah's Place of Safety. Let's see if Janine is also still sitting knitting, because last time when she joined me here in studio for our Woman Crush Wednesday feature, she started knitting, and then she was also fully committed to just knitting. Janine Fabe, have we got you? How's it looking? Let's see. Okay, I don't think we've got Janine. We might chat to her a little bit later on, so don't worry. But I think I need to point out something very important, that although we've got Mandela Day here right now at this moment in South Africa, and that we are all sitting along and knitting, you know, there's people that no matter where they go, they take South Africa with them, and they want to make sure that everyone knows about South Africa and what it is that we are doing. And one of our comedians here from Cape Town is now finding himself in none other than London, and he said, listen, there is no way I am missing out. Alfred Adrian, how's London looking, meneer?
Listen, I want to start with a confession, Tracy. I had my knitting needles gevat by the airport. I'm lying. I never even had them. When I saw Lester Kiewit with knitting needles, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get it."
So tell me, Mister, what are you doing in London at the moment?
I have shows in London. I'm doing 5 shows at a theatre in Islington, which is it's great. It's been a lot of fun, and I've got a few more left.
Okay, how many more left?
I have 4 left. I've done 2.
Okay.
Yeah, 4, 6.
Very, very nice. But where are you at this moment? Are you in your hotel room?
I am in my room, yes. I'm sitting here. That's why there's a blur here. Because if Natalie, if you guys saw the background, Natalie would call me immediately. As kouse wat hang van die dinge waar hy kan. Because as soon as I'm on my own, without my wife, chaos.
Okay, I'm not surprised by that. But now my thing is, I don't know if I must believe that you are in London, because you're those people, there's a lot of people, they go traveling and then they post pictures of themselves with just a wall and then they go, I'm in London. Hello, London.
Yeah,
but it's the same wall in every picture.
Yeah, I mean, who told you it was London? It's East London. I mean, East London.
Tell me, Alfred, I know that you are busy at the moment. And when I spoke to you about this, you said to me, Tracey, I will definitely make a plan and definitely knit along. If I don't knit along on the day, I'm going to make a plan to do something else. What do you normally do on Mandela Day for your 67th?
Man, normally, I'm in South Africa doing some sort of a comedy show for charity. That's what I've done. Things like for Cotlands, and there's another charity for, families that are in need. So I choose a charity, and then we do a comedy show for that charity, and there's normally auctions and allerlei goede. So that's what I normally do.
Okay. Why is it so important to give back as far as we possibly can?
I think that because I feel first of all, I feel an overwhelming amount of guilt for the fortune how fortunate I am. I've got both my parents, they've looked after me. I'm incredibly fortunate in my life. So, but I've also had the benefit of being able to see the country from every single angle, and I know how difficult it is out there. So I feel responsible to try and help wherever I can. I'm very nervous about talking about charity work because there's so many other people that put me to shame when it comes to the work that they do. But yeah, that's why.
Okay, I like the sound of that. Okay, Alfred, we are going to leave you in peace. Maar ek weet jy upload mos baie video's en soos die mense met jou gaan volg.
Ja.
Niks beter om te doen as om video's te maak, né?
Niks. But thank you so much for having me here. I'm very excited. And I'm also very excited to see everyone participating. I spoke about Lester, but me and Lester actually go way back. We're friends from before I was a comedian. So it's very nice to see people that I know on the feed and everyone that one auntie that you were speaking to earlier. It's like my granny. My granny used to be so vanach with her fingertjies, and then she make me a dog. There's always a dog or a cat, but it looks like Lego on your chest. You know that thing. But thank you so much for having me, guys.
Thank you for making the time, Alfred. You go do your thing. Thank you very, very much. Ricky, I think we should share the results of the last poll.
Yes, Tracey, you talk about fastest fingers. I know Alfred just mentioned die mense het vinnige vingertjies. People, we're loving the engagement in the comment section. We're loving the poll reactions. Keep them coming. I know there's messages of support coming through for Brandon on Facebook as well. They want to come help you knit, Brandon, but we'll get there now. But just the result for our question on what people do for Mandela Day. 34% say that every year they do their 67 minutes. But 52% says they do way more than the 67 minutes per year. And then there's only 14% that this is their first time. So hopefully that number will now increase as well. So well done to everyone getting involved and really doing amazing in our beautiful country over Mandela Day. We're loving the comment section. We get flames, get in love emoji faces up in the chat section on Facebook and ever. However, Grace, Brandon, I've got one more poll for all the people.
Okay.
Now, and I know we're going to get it up, but I wrote it down here. Knitting needles have traditionally been made for what is available. What are yours made of? Is it bone or tortoiseshell, plastic, or other. Get involved in those polls. So yes, traditionally, and I see the people, die mense is vinnig met hulle vingers, Brandon. They are very quick. I'm loving the engagement.
And that's what we want. We want you to stay involved. We want you to be a part of this. Just let us know what's going on. I'm learning so much here. I thought all knitting needles were plastic. Thank you, Ricky.
Same.
I'm just learning as I go along. Yeah, loving it though. Absolutely.
Brandon, I'm just concerned that you are hiding your knitting.
No, it's not. No, I'll tell you what's happening, Tracey. Thank you for highlighting that. It's not highlighting. I just feel a bit more comfortable knitting like this, if I can say that. So down here, because what's happening is I've got the knitting needles resting on my legs because I can't hold it up yet, but I'm trying. But I've got this swinging thing around that's working. And also I found out because I do have someone that's just watching over me here, knitting with both colors is actually much better. So with the white and the red, it's kind of thicker. It's easier to move it down. I think just me personally, just knitting with the one, it's flipping out like that all the time. And so 2 on, 3 off. I didn't even know I'm getting that right. But I mean, I think I'm starting to enjoy this now. I think I am.
I'm happy to hear that. There's a message that came through now from Hilary Joshua saying, Tracey, I was about to say, we are all part of the knitting family, Brandon. It's a safe place to share. That's what they want to let you know. It's a safe place to share the fact that you can't keep up your knitting needles yet. You're going to get there because your neck is going to get really sore, but okay.
Baby steps. But look here, I've got there's the thing falling. See now.
Okay, while Brandon goes to find his yarn, his ball of yarn, not too long ago, I was actually on the cover of a magazine, the Kuier Combo, because they highlighted the fact that I'm doing Knitted with Tracey Lange, and they shared this beautiful picture of myself sitting and knitting. So obviously you could find it at so many different places all around South Africa. It was on the magazine shelves. There you can see it right on the screen right now. And then I was tagged in a post by someone who thought it would be quite funny to make a video going, wow, Tracey, nice to see you on a magazine cover. Yo, don't you think you are too young to knit? Isn't this for old people? And I went, I can't believe you did it. I will now rope you in and I'll make sure that you will knit along with me. And he just said yes, because he had no choice. Basically, it was like blackmail. They've did it, so welcome.
Tracey, what did I get myself into? Yo. How? Grandmas, how do you do this? I'm shivering, not because I'm this live, but I'm shivering because I'm forgetting the process, the step. I don't know if I went over or under. It's crazy right now.
Okay, but who put on the stitches for you?
My girlfriend. She's sitting here, but to be honest, she don't even know what's going on herself. It's absolutely
crazy. So this, yeah?
No, say.
No, I just wanted to know, so you've never had to knit, like ever, at school, at home, your grandmother never made you knit?
No, my grandma knit, like she did this every winter. In fact, not even every winter. She went through summer, winter knitting us outfits. She knitted us socks, shoes, if she could knit us underpants. In fact, I remember during one winter, she knitted us like a collar, a turtleneck, just to put it under our jerseys. Then it was a piece here. And it was crazy. Our family laughs every time we see this online. My gran was a genius when it came to knitting. And I regret actually sitting with her and learning this. Funny enough, I must say this to you though. Every grandma, when you're busy playing and you're making a noise and you're naughty, you know that look that a grandma gives. Can I show you that look? This is the look.
Give me the look.
This is the look. Whoa, my glasses here. Here we go.
Just,
Now she's knitting, and then she go like this. When you know that look. She's busy knitting and you catching on nonsense at home, and then she just look over the glasses like this. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Tracey.
I know, I do. Yeah, we've all been there. I agree with you. We have all been there. But listen, from what I can see, is that only the stitches? You've not knitted actually.
No. I'm proud. I'm proud of this. Look at this. I had a crash course this morning, and I figured now that I see Brandon Leigh here, I thought, you know what I'm gonna make him today? I'm making him a willy warmer. That's what I'm doing here.
Ek kan niks sê nie. I don't even know. Jene arme maar Agnes is also. We've got VIP guests here.
Yes, I saw more Agnes. I want to know, Tracy, I think this needs to be Olympic sport. I mean, we got more Agnes, we got Doreen here, people that's been knitting for years. Imagine this was an Olympic sport. I think South Africa, I think Cape Town, we would be a professional. We'd come home with gold every single year.
I agree with you. Actually, Devin, I absolutely agree with you because people here are also just so keen to do good, right? And I think the moment you tell them it's a competition, because they're so focused here, like literally you just see everyone knitting, they're focused. You just hear the knitting needles.
Yes, you can look at, I can see Doreen, I can see more Agnes. They are doing, like when computer, you get 1,000 words per minute. They're knitting per hour here. They are doing it like not even thinking about it. It's all muscle memory, I know, but they can have a conversation, they can gossip, they can have tea and still knit. I'm using my knee to keep one of the knitting needles here just intact. It's crazy. It's absolutely
like Brandon. That is why Brandon has got his knitting needles on his leg because he can't pick it up yet. He's like, I don't know he doesn't know how to do this bit yet.
I don't know. I've huge respect for this. I must say, I've never knitted before, and it literally just highlighted like, wow, this is a talent on its own. You need to think because you can miss a stitch, you can miss. But I was like thinking, if I'm gonna miss something, if there's gonna be a hole somewhere, I'm just gonna say that's the style of the willy warmer that I'm gonna make.
Listen, if that's what you say, we are going to go with that. And are you ever going to make fun of me again, Devin?
I want to apologize that I went on Instagram and I said, oh, Tracy, you behind a knitting needle. You are old. You are not that old. Why are you behind a knitting needle? Why are you doing this to yourself? And now I understand. So I apologize. Huge respect to you. Please forgive me.
You are forgiven. Only if you knit along again next year and show us the item that you will be knitting. I'm not going to say the name. I'm going to leave it at that. I think it's much better. It's much safer. Right? Brandon, what are you feeling?
Look, I mean, I also wish you all the luck with this, Devin, because the last thing you want out of here is to go onto any type of social media and say, Devin didn't do it. So do your thing there. You know what I mean?
I'm not doing it at all. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you.
I'm with you on the balancing the needles on the legs and the knees, though. This is where I am. This is what I'm doing. And thanks for knitting that for me. It'll probably be in time for summer, but we'll make it work.
It'll work well. Listen, I know we only have 7 minutes to go. I can't believe it. 67 minutes goes by so quickly. And I know still wanted to check in on Ma Agnes. How's Ma Agnes looking? I just want to see her there. And I want Ricky to also give us the last poll results before we head to our last guest. Yeah, Ricky?
Yes, Trace, the people, I see the majority of the people they have plastic knitting needles. So hopefully it starts moving. I'm still not sure. 18% said bone or tortoise shell. 57% said plastic. The others said 25%. What does this one count as? Oyster.
That's what I thought because I don't know.
Industrial.
Okay. Yeah. So that was the last poll. Trace, I know we don't have a lot of time left, but Rosetta Davids, she's also been, she was number one. She was here before the meeting even started. Rosetta Davids, can you unmute yourself quickly and just chat to Tracy? Die hare like baie mooi sien ek, because we still got one more guest standing by.
Yes, of course, Rosetta, you're looking fabulous and that color is glorious on you. Where are you from?
Kan jy my hoor?
Ja, ons kan jou hoor hard en duidelik. Van waar is jy?
Ek is van die Kaap, maar ek het 4 maande gelede het ons Johannesburg toe getrek. So ek is nou in Johannesburg.
Maar jy brei nog altyd saam met Genit met Tracey Lange.
Ja, ek brei saam en ek brei mos die premature truitjies en die beanies en die hoedies wat ek dwars deur die jaar brei en dan skenk ek dit vir die hospitale. Ek het verlede maand in Junie het ek vir Emma Jones niggie 'n boks geneem wat sy kom haal het by my en dan neem sy dit na die Tygerberg Hospitaal toe.
Dis amazing. So wat is jy nou mee besig om te brei soos wat jy hier sit?
Ek is nou besig om 'n premature konversie te brei.
Shoo! Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. Baie dankie Rosetta. So brei al aan. Ek wil sien hoe lyk maar Agnes. Het ons vir maar Agnes daar. Ek wil net sien hoe lyk maar Agnes se breiwerk en of sy nog lekker kuier want sy is mos daarom nou ons eregas vir die dag. So terwyl ons haar in die hande kry, Riekie, jy gaan haar so lank uitsorteer. Ons volgende gas is iemand wat hy kan lekker saamgesels. Hy kan lekker vir homself ook lag en hy het ook gesê Tracey, hy het vir my Saterdag gevra Tracey, hoeveel jerseys moet ek brei? Toe sê ek vir meneer net soveel soos wat jy wil, maar ek wil net eintlik jy moet vandag saamkom kuier en 'n bietjie vir ons sing. Meneer, kan ons sê my favorite Adams broer. Mag ek dit sê? Loukmaan Adams. Lekker to have you, sir. Jenne meneer. Lekker, how you doing there? Show me your knitting.
Okay, I didn't do this, but this was someone showed me. Ek weet nog nie wat dit is nie, but sure, Tracey, die naal is te dik vir die wol wat jy met geteet. That's why nou kan ek nie lekker die pleat in die ander ding kry nie because it's te dik. It voels soos crutches.
Okay, now that's very interesting that you say that. So is that your excuse and that's what you're sticking to? Because I can send you a thinner pair of needles, Loukmaan, if you want.
That's what I need. But if I think of this knitting stuff, I've got bad memories. Like Dave was saying earlier, my oma took alles genit, van die doilies tot die toiletpype was toegemaak met 'n nog 'n ding. Die alles was it's so yeah, die laat my dink aan daai. But I agree with everyone. I think everyone's amazing. Hallo vir die knit family daarso. Ek sien julle doen amazing met my Agnes. Mooi man, mooi. Almal van julle is kwai. En vir julle daar in Mandela, julle and Bradley is really funny stuff. But this is difficult, eh? It's challenging. Wow.
It's okay, so it's not easy. Yeah. Jy gaan liewe vir ons sing. Okay, so you do that. Let's rather sing. I think that's a good idea. You sing for us.
Okay, so I'm just going to come up with and ek niet iemand om saam met te staan terwyl ek dit doen. So I've decided to sing Stand By Me. While I'm doing die move. Meer Jida asseblief. Okay, 1, 2. When the night has come, oh, and the land is dark, and the moon is the only light you see. Go, Vicky. Oh, no, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Just as long as you stand by me. Ooh, in the sky, let me look upon. Oh, should tumble and fall, and the mountain should crumble into the sea. No, I won't cry. I won't cry. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me? Oh, stand by me, little darling, please stand by me. Stand by me. Whenever you're in trouble, stand
by me.
Oh, stand. I really need help. By me. Yeah. And I'm schön musst du Monsieur Joseph. Thank you so much.
Loukmaan, thank you. That was beautiful and you did it so well. You don't need to knit, it's fine. You don't need to knit.
Dankie man, but you guys, ek dink ek verkeerd, jy het my verkeerde color gestuur. Ek kan knit met wit en rooi as die color. So next time sien my blou en groen, né?
Ek sal 'n plan maak net vir jou, Loukmaan. Loukmaan, baie dankie. And thank you. I think we've got Ma Agnes now ready. Let's check in on Ma Agnes to see if she's enjoyed today. I mean, we've hit the end of our 67 minutes. Let's see if she is ready for us to just check in. I know we had Mitch Matiana in studio as well. Mitch Matiana, I know we were meant to chat to you. You can just say a quick hi. I know you were going to knit along with us, but unfortunately we couldn't catch up with you. We ran out of time, unfortunately, but thank you for making the time.
It's all good. Listen, it's been amazing to witness everything that's been going on here, especially with the stream. So shout outs to you who's at home doing your 67 minutes. Huge respect. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Mitch. It was great chatting to you. Let's see if let's have Ma Agnes. Ma Agnes, where are you? Laat ons bietjie gesels. Ma Agnes?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy today?
Oh, tremendously. It brings back memories. Lots and lots of memories.
I'm happy.
Nowadays, I used to knit matinee jackets for my babies and booties. Today, they don't. Go to the shop and buy everything there.
I hear you, but we want them to knit along, hey? We want them to knit along, Ma Agnes. And what are you going to do for the rest of the day? Because you look fabulous.
Man, move around and, do what the mind says. Watch a movie, but don't be static. Just move around and do what you think is best for yourself. Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Keep going.
I love that, Ma Agnes.
And the five fingers has got to be there.
Okay, the five fingers.
Do you know that?
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Okay, quickly. Live one day at a time. Thank the good Lord above. Live it to the full. Live healthy and happy.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell you. My life revolved around those five fingers. No more, no less.
I love that. Ma Agnes, thank you so much for joining us today. You were incredible. All my other guests, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lester Kivet, who had joined in as well, sitting in the studio and taking the time to knit along with us. Thank you very much. We had Juan de Jongh also tuned in and sitting there in his KFM shirt. I mean, Loukmaan Adams het gesit lekker daar voor 'n vuur. It must be nice to have a kachel this day on such a nice day to just sit at home and do that. We had Tim Tron, we had Amy Jones, we had Devdan did it. Who else did we have? Gosh, I'm so scared that I'm going to miss anyone here. Did I mention everyone? Brandon Leigh, but I need to get to you as well because I can only say thank you to you too. So those were our incredible guests. See, I'm falling over my words because I'm getting emotional because it's been an amazing day. Thank you to each and every one of you for tuning in. It's been absolutely fantastic, so incredibly heartwarming to see each and every one of you knitting along and our amazing guests. And then Brandon Leigh for also making the time to come and join me in the daylight. Thank you very much, sir. And I look forward to seeing what you are going to knit.
In the daylight, thank you for having me, Tracey. I loved every moment of it. I'm enjoying it. I think the style of knitting for me, holding the needles on the legs, for moving forward, I think that's how I'm going to do it. In, out, in, out, in, out. Saskia popped in as well. She helped me a bit. I must tell you this. And she said, do this and keep on doing that. It's like, okay, let me just, so I think I'm either going to contribute to Lester for his patchwork, because this comes from my legs now. Or this can be a coaster or a small blanket for the budgie. I don't know. You guys can decide.
But you did well. Brandon Leigh, thank you very much for joining me as well. Ricky Schroeder and the entire team behind the scenes, thank you so much. There are so many of you, too many to mention. Thank you for making all of this possible. We're going to share the link of this entire broadcast on YouTube a little bit later on and share updates with you throughout the week. Those of you who still have your items that you'd like to hand over and drop off in One City, Kenilworth Centre, also here at our offices in Greenpoint. And I think at the end of the day, if you are wondering what you can do that is good, sometimes all you have to do is do the right thing, because that is often the good thing. Thank you very much for joining us today. Geniet het met Tracey Lange. Have a lekker Mandela Day. Thank you very much.
The most music to make you feel great with Tracey Lange.
KFM 94.5.
KFM 94.5.